today was an interesting day. Um, and I'm now noticing these days are kind of becoming more of a pattern now where they're just like extreme low energy. And ugh, I don't know, I just had like no energy today. And like it's Monday, so I have work, and I felt like I wasn't being very productive. And then that just starts like a whole spiral of feeling guilty and noticing that I'm having more and more of those days. And I can't tell if it's just because like I'm just like not taking care of myself as well as I should be, or or so like my job is just anyway, that's a reflection for a whole nother time. I didn't even reflect on that today, and I'm not going down that rabbit hole. No. But with that, I felt very anxious today, and it was nice to kind of take the space today to really kind of regulate myself out of that like anxiety instead of just letting it ruminate. And it was what really did it for me is I was sitting on my couch feeling like this, and I got up because I realized didn't drink any water today, and it was like early afternoon, and I went to go sit down, and like I have my cold water in my hand, and like just that like temperature shift, like it was like I immediately, instead of like going back and sitting underneath my blanket, I stood up and like put the water bottle on my face, and it, I don't know, it just kind of like shook me out of kind of like, it wasn't even a spiral, it was just like me like feeling frozen, like I felt frozen. It was like, yeah, I just felt like I was like hovering. It was weird. But anyway, that kind of like set me on a path of like trying to regulate. And oh yeah, I like tried to draw and color the house across the street, and this was so freaking peaceful. Like I actually think I did a pretty good job. Like it really kind of looks like the house, and like I did this in like 20-30 minutes. It was nice. And then I tried to read a little bit, but my mind kept drifting. And then I ended up just doing good old pen on paper. And this really does it for me. And it's been so nice having this healthier relationship with my journal, because I feel like before it was this like toxic notebook that I would go to try and figure out what the hell was wrong with me, as to like why I couldn't figure something out, or I just kept doubting myself. And no, like I just kind of like, I think probably like 6 months ago, I mean, I was doing that kind of journaling for a while and thinking that it was like helpful, but it actually kind of isn't. But so now my journal is just like this really peaceful, safe place for me where I, start off frustrated, and like I also have other journaling methods where I'm like can be more raw and I think a little unfiltered. But in like my written journal, it's a lot of like positivity and like appreciation towards myself. Like all of this is like internally focused, because I feel like I've been so externally focused my entire life that it feels so good to just to stop and appreciate all of the little or big or medium, whatever size thing, accomplishment that I did. It feels so good to appreciate it because I never did that for myself before. It was always just like shame, where now I'm like doing all these little wins and I'm celebrating them, and it feels really, really good. And yes, it's just lovely. That's actually something that I kind of like talked about in my journal today. What was that? Because I just thinking like with that, I need to break down things into smaller chunks if I actually want to get them done, instead of just going like this all or nothing, like oof type thing. Oh, I wrote something something about like I need to find smaller bits of purpose in life. There you go. Which sounds exciting because I'm always just like big purpose, but it's like no, little purposes are really nice and cumulative. But yeah, so I think that's that. Yeah. So okay, I guess so the highlight of my, that's the thing, is what made me start thinking about maybe I should do these like reflection videos. Is that I have a friend, and every time I see them, they always ask me what the highlight of my day was. And reflecting on my day like that is so unnatural, and so unnatural that when asked about it on the spot, I kind of freeze and I'm like, I can't remember what I did today. Couldn't tell you. And I think that's something I want to like exercise a little bit more. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna try randomly posting these things most nights because I am constantly, fortunately, unfortunately, reflecting all of the time. So I don't know. Catch you later.